Boone Morgan Pressel watching one of last year's rookies, Natalia Guseva, off to a great start.
And making her season debut after a couple of close calls last year.
In Florida, got her to 3 under par. The winner of the Drive On Championship right here last year, Player of the Year, Nelly Korda.
Very comfortable out here.
Good par save for Nelly, 2 under par. Here's Guseva to get to 4.
4 birdies on the card, taking advantage of the perfect conditions this morning.
To the CME Globe last year. Celine Boutier, 4 wins a couple of years ago, trying to win again. This for birdie at 8.
Knocked off some rust last week.
And the breakout star of last year, Lauren Coughlin, second at the 10th.
Perfect position in the fairway for this accessible hole location on the left side, making it look easy.
Just moments ago at the par 3 11. Here's Coughlin.
Location all the way on the left side today, and a little bit of a bowl. Using that slope to her advantage.
And a chance for Coughlin to get to, and as you said, Morgan, just ideal scoring conditions, and Celine Boutier among those taking advantage.
Doesn't get much better than a day like today. February in Florida, gonna get almost to 80 today. Just a gorgeous day. Slippery putt breaking to her left here. It's not one you can get too aggressive with when you're above the hole. Some of these greens have quite a bit of undulation on them.
To the 10th, and another player who had a season to remember, Ayaka Budaway for birdie. Sarah Schmelzel, speaking of great seasons last year, said she wanted to make the Solheim Cup, and she did.
Yeah, that was a big goal of hers for last season. It's always an interesting day, first day of the season for so many. How has your preparation been in the off season? Draw something towards this left hole location here. Use the slope to her advantage. A little bit. Oh, but got a good bit of draw there. Look at how the wind is blowing off the right here. Everything favoring that left hole location. We've seen a lot of good shots, but we haven't seen a ton of birdies today on this 11th hole.
And a great chance to tie the lead, which is shared by, among others, Lauren Coughlin at the 12th.
Could give certain players fits if they're not used to it.
Second from Minji at the 10th.
She's driven this way down there. Only has a short little 3/4 wedge into this hole. Trying to use the backstop.
Be a question of trying to visualize this falling into the front edge of the hole.
See, she's aimed outside the hole there.
Yeah. Okay, so Celine Boutier had to go back to the tee. She was not able to play her original tee ball, so that's actually a bogey save. And they helped the U.S. get the Solheim Cup back for the U.S., along with Sarah Schmelzel, who's at the 13th. Sarah had a great start to last year, carried it over to the Solheim Cup, and that birdie moves her to within 1.
A little bit more direct line here for Junior.
Oh, very direct. Wow.
Final round charge.
Right here is Boutier coming off the hard-earned bogey. This is at 12.
And sometimes that for your psyche.
Of course, had that 62 in the final round. Lauren Coughlin at 13. You see Nana Madsen has moved it back to 5 under.
This golf course is definitely there for the taking. A little bit softer. Never hurts there in the fairway.
Boutier for birdie up ahead.
It's a couple putts now here just on 10 and then here on 12 where it just didn't look like it started where she was looking. It went right immediately off the putter face.
And over at the 15th, par 3, this is Wei Ling Shi from Taiwan. winner back in 2021 on the LPGA Tour. And that hole was particularly devilish last year. Nelly made double on Sunday. Well, it's been a tough couple of years for U.S. Open champion Jung Eun Lee 6. A good start here on the tee at the 11th.
This could be really close here. Fabulous shot.
Angel Yin up at 13, her second. Oh, wasn't sure she was going to need a third. It's going to need to get to 5 under par. All right, Angel just a couple of feet. Fudaway missed her birdie putt. Angel did not, and it's Angel Yin atop the leaderboard here in round 1 of the Founders Cup, presented by U.S. Virgin Islands. This is Boutier at 13.
There is trouble lurking all around this golf course, especially on this back 9.
As the golf course makes a right-hand turn, Ayaka Boutier.
I'm going to favor a little bit left of this flagstick with this wind today. I don't think that was quite where she was aiming or looking for it to end up based on her reaction.
One of the rookies making her first start as a member, Adela Cernasek, last year's NCAA champion from Texas A&M, the native of France. Another player making her first start of the year, Kumkang Park of Korea. Played a couple of years ago on tour, never made a cut. Got back.
I think Minji can trust him and rely on him. I think that's what a player wants when you're thinking about a good caddy. Trying to work this one to the right until it holds the hole.
Mikey caddied for many years for one of Minji's idols and mentors. Last words, left of the hole, not looking at anything right here. It's pretty cool. Haven't made a trip to the Virgin Islands yet. Maybe we'll have to do that.
Why not? Here's Boutier, second at 14. This was such a tough hole last year.
Struggle the way she did, so rebounding that 60 last week in the final round and being able to sort of continue some good form into today is impressive start for Minji.
Angel Yin hit one into the penalty area here at 14, and this is for her par to stay 5 under.
Playing is the hardest hole out here today.
And this is China's Jiawen Yin, no relation to Angel. This is for Eagle. Nelly did it last year. Amy does it this year. Slightly different circumstances. All right, Lauren Coughlin over at the 15th. Remember, she was short. Ball came down into that drain, pitched to here. So we've seen a few get to 5 under. She'll fall back to -4.
She's going to start this one on her line that she's looking. She's got her brother Kevin on the bag this week. Golf instructor in Miami.
So Angel Yin has the lead here on round 1 as the afternoon wave gets ready to get going here. The par 4 16th, Sarah Schmelzel.
One that players are nearly looking to chip in there. Straightforward shot.
167. Bit of helping wind here. Crawl flight coming in a little bit low. Very direct line though.
Unusual for Jin Young there. Lost her balance. fell towards her toes. It's not something you see very often from her, but it worked out okay. Good way.
Nasa Hataoka at the 16th.
Probably the most accessible hole location you're going to find on this hole.
Plane just flying overhead from Sarasota Bradenton Airport. You can fly right in here to the sunshine if you're up north this weekend. Maybe see some putts like that go in.
Wild day on Sunday, led by 4 in that final round last year here. Fell behind by 3 and rallied to win it. Coughlin second at 16.
Those shots make that hole look a lot easier than it is.
And then you'd think from the back of the green it would be downhill, but initially there's an uphill portion to this, and then it goes downhill and down the hole. Today.
Short look for birdie at 16. About the shot from Lauren Coughlin. We've seen this for several years. Great ball striking from Lauren, but it was the putter that really began to cooperate last year, wasn't it? And she had other ideas. Eagle birdie, won in a playoff. This is Sarah Schmelzel, second at that 17th. But Minji making it work so far. Nana Madsen. Can she be the first to get to 6 under? All right.
She has had quite a roller coaster of a round. 2 bogeys to go with those 8 birdies.
Boutier 16, as opposed to Boutier, who's scrambling after hitting her tee shot in the water. Now Yin for birdie.
Yeah, in a bowl on that right side, putting through the bowl and up over the ridge, which she didn't quite have enough pace.
Angel Yin missed the green at 16, rolled it up to this point, this to stay 5 under.
She's putting together such a wonderful round.
Schmelzel, the comebacker for birdie. 4 straight top 8 finishes early last year. That really got her going. Second shot at the 16th for Jin Young Ko.
160, has a 6-iron out. You've got that hurting wind off the left that Tom was describing. It's a well-struck shot here.
Here is Nana Kurtz-Madsen, second at the par 3 ninth, her final hole. Pinches in at the 17th. Coughlin dry, third shot at the par 5.
Yeah, straightforward, plenty of green to work with.
Nana Kurtz-Madsen, this for par and a round of 65.
She's taking on some flags. She's hitting quality shots into these greens again.
Continues to birdie some of the hardest holes on this golf course.
Afternoon wave getting started. Lexi Thompson, she's going to play a few times this year, including here in her home state of Florida. Stacey Lewis, how about this start?
Not an easy one coming up over the bunker, lofting it much higher than Ayaka Fudaway because of that lie. It's a really nice shot.
It looks like Ayaka tried to play a little bit of a lower shot in general. She took a much smaller swing as opposed to Celine there.
And twice a captain. Still heavily involved in the tour. And here's Angel with her 4th.
Yeah, 4th shot. It was just lying a little bit down in the grass.
Last week at the Tournament of Champions, she won late last year. Here's Lauren Coughlin, her 2nd. At the closing hole.
We're going to flight something down there. Hole location just on the top of a ridge here on 18. A little bit of a better position, Tom, than she was in at this time last year.
Yeah, that was well done.
Great save. Had an ankle injury to start last season that really hampered the first half of her year.
2nd at the closing hole for Nasa Hataoka.
Well, I said it was hard to get it close to this hole location, but not for Nasa.
Birdie putt for Boutier at 17.
Good luck here for Celine. Yeah. Battling away.
Part of the afternoon wave. Hannah Green getting things started. 3 times a winner last year. Birdie putt for Lauren Coughlin to finish up her opening round.
Slow into the green to start, then down green towards the hole. Wonderful opening rounds there. Knocked off a little bit of rust last week, just down the road at Lake Nona.
Nasa Hataoka, brilliant approach here at the 18th. This is for birdie. She really led that current generation of Japanese players. Nelly in Sunday singles at the Solheim Cup. Nelly and her team, of which you were a part of course. The Cup, and Charlie starts off her opening round. Hannah Green trying to start with a birdie at 10. Doubled her career win total last year from 3 to 6.
Off the left, little 8-iron for Angel Yin. Actually tough to get a good visual of that flag with the background of the green here. So just up over the ridge there, now all the way down to the hole. That was, of course, to tie the lead. It just needed a little bit more. It's going to be a nice round of golf, though, to open up the 2025 season for Angel Yin. Yeah, across the green here at 18. I've only watched her for a handful of holes here, but the one thing I noticed, she struggled a little bit with the pulls. She's pulled a few shots. So maybe something that she will head to the range to have a look at. Mentioned her brother was on the bag. He's a swing instructor himself, so.
Lower body as still as possible through this shot. Anybody who's ever played desert golf, it's kind of similar to that as well. Leaves a bit of road rash on the bottom of the club.
Nelly for a closing birdie.
And this one's back uphill.
She loves the 18th. Here is Minji at 18. Morning wave finishing up, afternoon wave getting going. This is Yuka Sasso to start her week at the 10th for birdie. Lexi stepping away full-time from the LPGA Tour, but still playing a handful this year, we think. She thinks.
I know, but I heard that
Brother
camera
Curtis
again.
on the bag this week. Second at 13. Oh, okay.
I might have gotten in the way on that one.
Wind gusting a little bit as she hit that, but it's on a very nice line.
Stayed on that line, and Lexi with a chance to go 2 under. Would have had to go to second stage.
It's stressful. Anytime you're faced with having to go back to Q Series.
Yeah, it's a shame. It was a very good look there.
Golden opportunity missed.
New commissioner Liz Moore, the interim commissioner, is here this week. Great to see Liz doing a great job stepping up in the interim. Hinako Shibuno at the 13th, her 4th of the day. Hinako Shibuno for her birdie at 13. Back to even par.